Good morning, you guys. We're running a little behind this morning. Everyone's been sick in the house, so everyone's been kind of sleeping in. So we're gonna go get after this workout and try to stay healthy so that we don't get sick like everyone else. So drink some primal charge, creatine, and I'll see you guys at the gym. Alright guys, we're here at the gym. We are hitting legs and shoulders today. So we're just going to get into it. Hey you guys, since I didn't talk throughout this entire workout, I thought I would try something different and do a little bit of a voiceover throughout my workout and see how you guys feel about that. So just kind of taking you guys through legs and shoulders day. I always start with shoulders just because I feel like it wakes me up, gets me going, gets the blood pumping, gets the body moving before hitting legs, which is, a lot more taxing on your central nervous system. And also you just want to be more ready and prepared for those compound movements, or if you're just even lifting heavier on the machines. So that's why I always start with shoulders. So I start with Smith machine. I just feel like keeps the movement controlled and just gets me warmed up the best before moving on to lateral raises, which puts the shoulder in more of a compromised position versus a seated military press on the Smith machine. And then I was trying something a little bit new today for rear delt. I always like switching it up just to see which is going to target and hit better. So I tried this variation of laying at an incline on the bench and just doing a straight pull back for the rear delt, and I really didn't love it, didn't feel it till like the third set, so I wouldn't really do these again. I think there's better workouts like the fly machine, reverse rear delt. Then I moved on to the hyperextension machine for my lower back, really focusing on the posterior chain. This isn't really for strength. For this workout particularly, this was more for warming up my lower back, getting me ready for that compound movement of squats. I don't have the best lower back, so I like to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that I don't hurt myself. So this is why I start with this before I move on to legs. So heading into squats, guys, drop your ego, lower the weight. If you want to build strong, powerful legs doing squats, focus on your form. You should be dropping past 90 and shooting out of the hole. That's how you're going to build strong legs doing squats. It's not about loading up the bar and doing a half squat. That's putting more strain on your lower back and more strain on your knees than if you're dropping past 90. So focus on the form and you'll grow big strong legs, and then you can progressively overload by increasing the weight. After squats, I move on to the seated squat machine or squat press. I really love this because it's very quad focused, really builds up the front of the quad and kind of bridges the gap between a hack squat and a leg press. So I just really love this machine. I feel like it targets my quads really well, and does take some of that pressure off the lower back, just the way that it's like a partial seat and where the pads are positioned on the lower back and hips. So I love this machine, and I feel like I can really load it up and put a lot of resistance and strain on one of my quads without putting a lot of compression on my spine. And then of course we can't neglect our hamstrings, so obviously you do hamstring curls. Definitely the best way to isolate them. Yes, there are multiple workouts that you can do to hit your hamstrings, but I feel like hamstring curls is obviously, in my opinion, the best for isolating the hamstrings completely, and just gets a really deep burn if you are pushing yourself. And I also didn't mention, so each workout we're hitting 4 sets. First set's usually just warm up weight just to get the blood pumping, get that mind muscle connection going. So I'll usually do 12 to 15 reps and then 3 working sets of 10 to 12. Just depends on what my goal is for the weight that I'm trying to achieve each set. Then we move on to seated calf machine, which you can't neglect your calves no matter how strong your legs are, and especially the outer portion of your gastrocnemius. That this machine is going to target the best over any other calf machine, so don't leave it out. After that, I did do standing calf raises. I really like this machine as well. Don't do it every single time. Want to get another calf workout, I'll do 3 sets of this as well. And then finishing up the workout, I did a 2-mile run at about an 8:15 pace. Sometimes it's hard to judge on the treadmill versus running outside, but that's what my Garmin said my pace was at. Treadmill was at a 6.6 speed. And then after my 2-mile run, I always do about a 15-minute cool down, zone 2 caloric burning, incline 13.5 at a 2.7 speed. And that concludes the workout, and I'll see you guys at home for some recovery. Also, let me know if you guys liked the voiceover versus me just talking during my workout, and I will or will not do this again. Let me know in the comments. "20 minutes done in the sauna. See that? Steaming? That feels good. And I got this little janky red light that I threw in there, so that way I can get red light and the sauna at the same time. So, actually works pretty well, not gonna lie. 20-minute sauna session done. It does wonders for your body. I haven't been feeling super good lately. A lot of sickness going around the house with the kids and everything like that. So I'm trying to avoid it as much as possible. So I'm out here getting my sweat on, had the red light. And don't forget, you guys, after you sweat it all out, which is great, still need to replenish with some electrolytes. I got 500 milligrams of sodium in here. Little hydration packet. So don't forget to rehydrate after you sweat it all out. Talk about recovery, paying attention to our bodies, and understanding that it's okay to take a rest day if that's going to equate to a more intense and intentional workout the next day. Because if you're going to go in tired, fatigued, you're not going to progress towards anything. You're just going to go backwards, because then that next workout isn't going to feel much better, because you've pushed yourself even further into a spot where you are already fatigued, your muscles are already torn down, you're maybe missing something in your recovery or your diet. You're not paying attention to what your body needs, and so you're just pushing, and it's not actually equating to any progression. Paying attention to your body and your recovery and adapting, because it doesn't make any sense to go to the gym and not be feeling good and basically waste a whole workout session and accomplish nothing. Because yes, is there times that you just need to push through and that is going to push you to the next level and the next, step in your goal and your progression. Yes, but there's also times where we get so sucked into like, well, I gotta go, I gotta train, I gotta do this, and then you get there and you just feel like garbage, and you end up not being intense with your sets, not pushing as hard as you could. And in that type of workout session, whether it's you're not pushing hard in your run, you're not pushing hard in your lifts, you're not accomplishing anything. You're not making any gains. You're not progressing towards anything. You're actually setting yourself backwards because you're tearing down the muscles more. You are fatiguing the central nervous system even more. And you need to pay attention to your body and where you're at in your training so that you can come in fresh and be able to actually put the intensity and the push back in your workout so that you can actually push to the next level. So I just feel like I wanted to touch on that with you guys because it is all around us that if you're not pushing, or you're not at the gym, or you're not out for your run at 5 a.m. every day, day in, day out, and you don't pay attention to how you feel and how your body needs to recover, you're not going to get to that level that you want to be at if you don't listen to your body. It's okay to take a rest day if it's going to equate to a more functional and intense workout the next day. So anyways, you guys, that's where I'm going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.